Well guys, we're in 2025 where even the battery has a mobile app. So let's review that. What's good guys, my name is Oleg Nikitin and you're watching No Limits On channel, and this is the new V-Mount battery by Neewer, 99 watt-hours, and we also have a pretty cool mounting plate for your camera to mount this V-Mount battery. So let's take a closer look. And the name of this battery is Neewer PS099S. And of course we'll start off with the capacity. It is 6800 mAh and 99 watt-hours, the maximum capacity of the battery that you can take with you to a plane. And you can charge this V-Mount battery with 100 watt charger. And now guys, let's have a closer look at the ports we have right here. So first we have the USB type A out, 12 volts 2 amps, then we have the DC out at 8 volts 3 amps. We also have a 12 volt DC out, 12 volts 3 amps, and we have not one like in the small rig 99 battery, but two USB type Cs with 100 watts or 20 volts 5 amps, so you multiply volts and amps and you get the watts, yeah, physics guys, and you have two of those, each at 100 watts. Then we have the D-tap and BP connectors, and they both have the in for 16.8 volts and 8 amps, and out for 14.5 volts and 14 amps. Just for the reference, the small rig 99 has 14.8 volts and 8 amps for the input, both in D-tap and in the BP. A very important note guys, you will not have all the maximum power if you use multiple ports. Of course, the power will be distributed between the ports, so those numbers are only for the single port usage. If you use like one USB Type-C, another USB Type-C, and a USB Type-A and a D-tap, you'll have limited amount of power because of course it is limited by the battery itself, and it is how it works in all the batteries, not only this one. And thanks to the fast USB Type-C ports, if you use 120 watt charger, you can charge this battery from 0 to 100 in 2 hours. But what about the capacity? 99 watt-hours, is it a lot? So for example, you can charge 5 times your iPhone 15 Pro from 0 to 100, or you can charge your laptop like a MacBook Pro 16-inch one time, and it's a pretty beefy battery, 99 watt-hours as well. Or you can use it with your on-camera monitor, the cooling fan for your camera. My camera does require a cooling fan, and also you can charge your camera simultaneously and it will be just fine for this battery, and you can do it for multiple hours straight. Of course, Neewer have implemented the best security safety measures. We have the high voltage protection, we have the overheating protection, electric shock protection, overcharge and complete discharge protection. But guys, don't try to discharge it completely. It does have a safety measure for it, but those batteries are not made to be completely discharged. So if it is like at 10%, you'd better just charge it and then use it once again. Fun fact, you can even check the battery health status in the app, the same as in your iPhone, for example. So if you have like 85% of battery health, it means that it lost some capacity, but this battery is meant to be 1000 cycles of full charge and discharge, which is very impressive. This battery is definitely not the lightest one, it's 675 grams, but it's more than okay because I have a 50 watt-hour V-Mount battery and this one is twice as heavy and twice as big and has twice as big of a capacity, so it's okay to me. And if you do something like a rig, you do need a heavier battery to reduce micro jitters from your hands, and this is more than doable, I think. So for me, it's a nice thing to have because I love shooting handheld, and with this setup, I'll have smoother footage with no micro jitters. And in the kit, you'll find a very nice USB Type-C cable with fast charging capabilities and also an angled D-tap cable, which is pretty short, but it's nice to have one. And guys, of course, you saw the OLED screen with this battery, and it has the information about each and every port in volts. And if you press the power button one time, you'll have both volts and amps. And if you multiply those, you'll have your watts or power. And you can also check it in the app. So the app will show you both the ins and the out wattage, and you'll have all the information about each port, what protocols does it support, what voltage and wattage and amperage it has. So all in all, the app is pretty cool. And you can also update the firmware of this battery through the app, and it's a pretty fast process as well. And guys, I already told you about the applications with this V-Mount battery, but I also did test it with my pretty powerful 100 watt light by Colbor, and it draws 100 watts of power. You should be using a fast USB Type-C cable with at least 100 watts of pass-through, and it was able to work with this combination for more than an hour and 10 minutes, because it draws not really 100, but more closely to 90 watts. A pretty nice result in my opinion. And finally, guys, as a dessert, I'm telling you about the PS015Pro V-Mount plate for your camera, and it's a very nicely built and well thought out piece of equipment. Of course, it has Arca Swiss plate with 1/4" threads and with 3/8 threads, and you have a little magnetic tool as well. The plate itself on the bottom also does come with the Arca Swiss, so here I have the Arca Swiss tripod and it mounts perfectly fine, also by Neewer, by the way. And we have a lot of customizability and adjustability, so you can slide the battery in and out closer and farther from the camera itself. You can adjust the camera position left to right, you can adjust the angle of the V-mount battery. All in all, a very handy tool if you love shooting with a V-mount battery handheld, and if you have your monitor, camera, everything being powered, and it will work for almost the entire day. And one more pretty cool feature is those feet, so when you place it onto the surface like table, it simply stands. Really nice. And finally, guys, about the pricing. The battery itself is $250, exactly the same like the small rig, 99 watt-hours, and the foldable V-mount battery plate is $90. So if you are on the market for a good V-mount battery that doesn't exceed the limits of taking it with you to a plane, this one is a very decent option. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask those down in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy this video, smash the like and subscribe buttons and hit the notifications bell. And right here, I'll leave a video review of this particular tripod by Neewer. See you in that video, guys. Take care. Bye.